did you make of the performance the other night?
Not great. I think the sooner we forget about it and move on, the better. Try and take some positives from it, and that is that a lot of players have gained some experience, and hopefully further up the road when we play against world-class teams, it will be the better for it. But there's lessons to be learned. I'm sure Stephen will be speaking about that privately, and the response to when they did go 1-0 down, the goals they gave away. There's lessons to be learned. I think it's easy in hindsight to say maybe we shouldn't have taken the fixture, but you know, I'm sure if Stephen was given the choice, maybe he didn't have the choice, but if he was given the choice, he probably wouldn't have taken it. But I'm sure there's TV contracts, there's, you know, the convenience of having a game in the UK when a lot of clubs wanted the players to stay in the UK, and it seemed to tick a lot of boxes for everybody. But not for us in terms of rankings and stuff. But look, it was a useful exercise for us. We take what we can from it and we move on. Yeah,
Brian, as Damien said, the result the other night leaves us with probably more questions than answers. The biggest one, should we have taken a game like that? If you were Ireland manager, would you have liked that game?
I think in previous times you would have liked to play against England because the test and there wasn't such a vast gap between the quality of players available to both countries. That gap has widened substantially over the last 10 years. We haven't been very good at producing a consistent group of players or developing players that are good enough to play at the level to take on some of the top teams in the world. The age group of our team, there's a major disparity between them. When you look at Jeff Hendrick and Brady, James McCarthy, they're 28, 29, 30 age group. Seamus Coleman, 32. A lot of the players, Conor Huron's 28 as well, that age group. And then the next ones that Stephen is trying to play now are 19 and 20, 21. Darragh O'Shea came in the other night. And there was a gap there in the production of players that I think the process and the structures of development of players wasn't right. It was part of the overall deficiencies in the FAI over the last number of years. And now the senior team has suffered as a result of that. So I think, you know, the choice of whether to play the match or not, I'm not sure. I'm sure Stephen had some stay in it. But as Damien said, we're probably forced into having to take a game due to the overall rights and the distribution of the money which is required. But the 3 games, it's very taxing under any situation to have 3 international games in a small window. But particularly taxing in these circumstances of withdrawals of players pulling out because of COVID, injuries, the clubs not really wanting the players to go because their season is so condensed as well. So there's lots of difficulties around, and I have every sympathy with the staff and with Stephen and the players. Great challenge, lovely idea to play against England. I'm sure Damien would love the opportunity in his playing career. But the other night wasn't the right night as far as I'm concerned, in the circumstance of where we're at.